Last week, we saw Penn State make an improbable comeback against Michigan at home. This week, the Nittany Lions are now in Michigan's footsteps. They're number 7 in the country and looking as the favorites in the Big Ten. But they also face a road matchup against a tough team looking to take the reins as the top team in the conference. This time, the number 22 Wisconsin Badgers host the Nittany Lions as underdogs. In a downpour in Madison, Wisconsin, we welcome you to Week 7 of the 2KU season 2023. Another episode of 2KU Saturdays. I'm Type A Joey 101 here for the number 7 Penn State Nittany Lions and the number 22 Wisconsin Badgers. This is going to be part of a double header tonight. After this game, we'll be taking a quick break between streams. But we will be underway here, but after this, Oregon taking on USC. We'll talk about that game when it comes on.
They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line.
And in come the Nittany Lions off the biggest win this team has seen in possibly over a decade.
To take their first crack at it.
And Wisconsin's trying to get their own win like that. Throwing, finds a man open for the first down.
And they push him out right around the 42-yard line.
That's the first throw of the day for Maurice Powers of Penn State, and the first catch for Jerome Harper.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 42.
Here's 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off
Nice run there.
for a 6-yard gain. That is to
Yards on that delay.
Vernon Lloyd, who had a good game last week. Here's 2nd and 4. Powers gonna throw, finds a man open again for a first down. A 13-yard reception, the second of the day for Jerome Harper.
And this guy's gonna get his hands on it and make a catch.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 38-yard line.
New set of downs with over 5 minutes in the first. Hand off to Lloyd. He's gonna push his way for a 10-yard gain.
Tailback picks up a good-looking 10 yards on the draw.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
I'm gonna put the chat on the side there. 2nd and inches. They give it to Lloyd again. And he'll get to about the 15.
At the 16-yard line.
This is the kind of steady, strong drive the coaches love to see. Right now, they're firing on all cylinders.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 16.
1st and 10. Powers.
Here's the give.
Hand off to another tailback. That's going to be a loss of 1.
This is the kind of play you want to see if you're a defensive player.
That's Sean Ford, another senior on the running game, but he'll lose a yard after getting swarmed by the Badger defense.
The energy on the field and even on the sidelines, you can see that the defense is fired up after that play.
Option play. Powers will keep it himself and only get 2 yards out of it. Penn State, now in the position Michigan was, and a position no one wanted to be this season, specifically at number 7. We've seen 4 different teams before Penn State reached number 7. All of them have lost at one point or another. Speaking of, there's a 7-yard reception for Ford, but they're going to be short. It's 4th and 2. They didn't play this song when we were there in Happy Valley, but this is 4th and 2 from inside the goal line. Inside goal to go, they'll get the first down. They give it to Jason Hancock, and he gets the first. 1st and goal from the 5. Powers will step back. He'll throw it. Left side is going to be just short of the first.
From the 1-yard line. It's 2nd down.
2nd and goal, a yard away from the pay dirt. Powers. Gonna throw it. Finds man wide open. Touchdown, Penn State. That is David Williams who makes the catch on the right side of the end zone.
Get to the end zone, the more difficult it becomes to throw the football because the field becomes much smaller to work with. But they did a very nice job there.
They're going to review it.
So the referee initially calls it a catch, but we'll get a second look at it here and determine if
From where I saw it,
when he hauled it in.
there's the ball.
So fast that it was very tough to
He
tell
didn't get a
if he was
foot in
able to
bounds.
get a foot down or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Oh, no, they will call it.
Ruling on the field will stand. He caught it.
The only thing left to say about this play is that was an excellent catch.
I think he might have had the other foot down.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Regardless, Penn State gets out to a 7-0 lead.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill to not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and the
And with
receiver.
3:09 to go in the first quarter, kicks away, and this will be the first possession for the Badgers today.
He's tackled at the 23-yard line.
And now we'll introduce our team. We introduce our Wisconsin Badgers, led by a new face at QB. Transfer from Oregon. He started for the Ducks after Andrew Burnett's injury. Mark Buchanan, the sophomore, a new QB for Wisconsin. And that will be a 1-yard run for Matt Berry to begin their drive. And he might be injured already.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 24-yard line.
2nd and 9. Handoff. A 7-yard run for Jason Wilson. Or pardon me, that's Blake Davidson.
Running back sidelined earlier with that injury.
All right, he'll be back
Looks
soon.
like he's warming up, trying to get back in the ball game.
That was Matt Berry who left the game. 3rd and 2. Rockets over the middle. First down. A 9-yard reception from Mario Darty, the senior for this Badger team.
39-yard line. First down.
First and 10, handoff.
And he's tackled after positive.
That'll be a 4-yard gain.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, screenplay. Finds a first down.
The 48.
Sophomore Blake Davidson.
1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Play action.
Play fake. Look at the
Buchanan will keep it. Oh, and he gets hit hard
yard line.
after the 5-yard gain. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 5. He just moves away there, and he just gets shot. And gets right back up. 2nd and 5. The rain might make things difficult
Second down.
for both these offenses. Handoff.
He is drilled at the
A
40-yard
3-yard gain once again.
That's a gain of 3 on the play.
Another one for Davidson.
That'll make it 30.
Here's the
3rd and
8th play
1.
of the series. Whiskey
converted that 3rd and 1 earlier. Can they do it again? Play action. And they will do it again.
And down he goes.
That's the fullback making a 6-yard gain. Tyson Jones, the junior. And Buchanan is now 3 for 3.
Knowing exactly where the first down marker was, and he made sure to get the route at least to that point, so when he made the catch and got hit.
1st and 10. He hands it off
And he carries the ball
for a
for the next
4-yard
gain.
gain.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd
And
and
this is the
6.
10th play of the drive.
Second and 6. They hand it off once again.
33-yard line.
That'll be a loss of 3.
Yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Third down, and they need
3rd
to get
and
to the
10. They've
22.
converted 2 third downs on this drive. Don't know if they can do it here. Buchanan has to get rid of it. He'll throw it. Finds a man open inside the 5. It's the tight end,
Shaping up to be a good one as we head
That's
to the
Edgar
second quarter.
Kraft, the senior, making the catch. And after one, Penn State still up 7-0.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2.
Another handoff.
And he's level.
Almost shed the tackler and makes it into Pater, but he stopped again, and he's injured yet again.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal. 3 yards for the
Matt
touchdown.
Berry might have to leave the game once
Around
again.
that line of scrimmage.
They're going to probably try and punch it up the middle here on 2nd and goal. They hand it off. It's worked well for them so far, but they can't get inside.
Gain of 1 yard.
So it'll be 3rd and goal.
Makes it 3rd and goal.
And here's the 14th play of the drive.
Third and goal. They hand it off. Touchdown. Matt Berry back in the game. And Wisconsin scores.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game.
Kick is on the way and through. And this game is tied.
Wisconsin to kick. He just drills this one.
Take it to the 10.
He's to the 20. Brought down.
They'll get to about the 24. And in comes Penn State yet again.
Fighters feeling each other out so far. Let's see if they start to open
These
it up
two
a little bit
teams
more.
currently the projected favorites to make it to the Big Ten championship game.
Lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
But here's another thing that harmed that Nittany Lion team last week against Michigan.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
1st and 15 now after the penalty.
The penalties have been killer for Penn State. They survived last week in spite of them. But they got to have better results here.
3, maybe 4 yards.
They'll get 4 of those yards
You
back.
don't have to throw it deep to have success. Any sort of completion can help boost an offense.
As I was saying, the Big Ten favorites currently are Michigan and Penn State. Or rather, are Penn State and Wisconsin, both of whom are still unbeaten. One of them won't be after this game.
23-yard line.
Not a lot of
Second
offense so
down.
far here. Indiana is still 2-0 in conference play. Michigan now 2-1. There's a sack.
He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback
Maurice
down.
Powers brought down by
Excellent play by the
Wisconsin's left
defense here.
end.
A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Tied at 7 here. 4:30 to go. Powers. Gonna throw it.
And he hits him hard at the
A
26.
9-yard reception. And my phone crashed, so that'll be short of the first. And they're gonna have to punt. Wisconsin will get it to the 40.
And down he goes.
Down to the 44-yard line.
They were lucky to prevent a big return there.
Yep, that could have been big if he could have gotten a few more blocks and was able to find the seam.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to
4:08 to go in the half. I was mentioning Michigan still very much in the playoff race, or rather the
For this
championship
offense to
race.
go back to some more straightforward between the tackles running. They wanna
Indiana
win
is
this
still
thing in the
unbeaten in
trenches.
conference. They got a win today over Northwestern.
2nd and 11 coming up now. Ball on the 42-yard line.
The Hoosiers' one loss came at home against LSU. They play Penn State next week, as well as a road game against Illinois, Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Michigan, making up their next stretch of games.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 for Wisconsin. They've converted every 3rd down so far. And it's weird to say, but the Big Ten has had a hard time getting a team in a conference championship spot. As they're going to try the screenplay, he's going to be just short.
At the 49-yard line.
Call it a gain of 7 yards.
And they're going to go for it.
And the offense is still on the field.
On what I'd wager just over 4th and 1, they're going to try and punch it down. They're going to throw it. Buchanan with time. He's going to run it himself. He's got plenty of room to the 30. Inside the 30-yard line for a 20-yard run. Mark Buchanan. And Wisconsin charges on.
From the 29-yard line, it's first down.
They're going to try another handoff.
He gets out to about the 28-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That brings
Barry has not had a lot of success on the ground today. Here's the throw. Ball's loose. Penn State recovers.
He really wanted that ball, didn't he, Kirk?
You can't teach
And
muscle
in
like that.
comes the rain as a factor. The tight end makes the catch. He gets hit. He drops the ball, though they might review if he was down or not.
And the booth
And they will.
a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down.
Take a look from this angle. Not as sure as I was before.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They will reverse it. They don't review it unless they are going to reverse it.
Runner's knee was down.
That was still a close call, though, Brad. Even though he was down, this guy has to do a better job of holding that football.
First and 10.
And off to the left. Nice
The
run
run's
to the
away. It's a
outside.
5-yard run.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That brings up second and 5.
From the 13-yard line.
Let me get back to where I was
Second down.
before.
The Nittany Lions linebacker came out of the game with an injury earlier, but he's warming up on the sideline. Looks like he'll be back in this one.
Buchanan. With plenty of time, he'll roll, he'll throw it,
And he shoved out of bounds
and
at
the
12.
fullback will only get a yard.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Blake Davidson, number 25, has been a key piece on Wisconsin's rushing game. Oh, look at that. A dime to the sideline.
About the 7-yard line.
And that's another first.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
First and goal for the 7. They converted all but one of the third downs they've been faced with. And that time they converted on 4th.
Now he's
Buchanan's going to keep it himself. Sheds one tackler, but he can't shed the other. It's a sack. And Wisconsin will call their first time out of the half. Second and goal. Buchanan's going to try and keep it. I thought the ball was loose again. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And Herbie, we got a guy down.
Oh, no. That's Buchanan down.
Let's see how the quarterback handles this one. It's 3rd and goal.
Perry Allen, I believe, will be coming in here for the Badgers. He was the starter last season. This is Perry Allen. Allen going to throw short.
And he's immediately
Stopped at the line.
Number 4 makes the tackle at the 2-yard line.
And it's 4th and goal. They're going to try the
Brings up 4th and goal.
easy field goal here. I didn't figure this would be as much of a defensive scrum as it seemed to have been. But the rain has definitely been a factor here in Madison. It's Wisconsin who gets the ball back at the half. Penn State will have, I would reckon, just over 40 seconds to work with. They have all their timeouts. So them getting a score before halftime is not out of the picture, but Wisconsin will take the lead with the chip shot field goal.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
Kicks away. It's taking
It's
the
fielded
10,
at
the
2.
20.
He's to the
We'll get to
20.
the 30.
He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit. Right now, this game's got all the makings of maybe being a nail-biter.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to go well into the second half, probably into the 4th quarter. You almost
Looking at
have
it
a
so
feel
far,
that
some
maybe
big
one of the
hits today.
defenses may have to score a touchdown.
We hope to hear
in this
back
game.
on Mark
In a game that's this
Buchanan.
close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
First and 10. Powers with time. He'll throw it.
Quick throw, incomplete.
Dropped.
Wanted his receiver. And that one probably should have been picked off.
Yeah, are you kidding me? There's a blanket around that receiver. Somebody else had to be open.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 26.
2nd and 10. Throws it quick.
He's tackled in the open field.
And that'll be a 9-yard gain for Joseph Dean. 3rd and 1. They're going to go 5 wide on 3rd and 1 with 18 seconds to go in the half. Again, Nittany Lions with all their timeouts. Powers. Gotta throw it! It'll be an incompletion. But that's 4th and 1. 3 weeks out with a strained shoulder. Write that down. 4th and 1. They're going to punt it. And this might run our clock out.
He's taken down at the 35.
Getting to the 35-yard line. This might be the last play of the first half. Back up Perry Allen for the Badgers. He's going to heave it deep. Incomplete. And at the end of the first half, 10-7, Wisconsin in the lead. And we'll take a look. Focusing mainly on the Big Ten this week, or this game, because we'll talk more about the scores at large while we're going over the USC-Oregon game coming up. We begin with Illinois losing at home to Notre Dame, falling to 3-3 on the year, 31-26 the final. Notre Dame improves to 4-2. Indiana's a one-loss team with the win over Northwestern. The Wildcats have lost 4 straight, broken up by their Week 5 bye. Things aren't getting any easier for them. They have Ohio State and Michigan on the road, back-to-back coming up. Iowa got a win over Ohio State at home, 31-27 the final. The Hawkeyes are now 5. Pardon me, actually, the Buckeyes actually won that game 31-27. Iowa falling to 5-2. The Buckeyes improving to 3-3. Michigan beating their rivals, Michigan State, to take home the Sparty. To take home Paul Bunyan's trophy once again, 26-10 the final. The Michigan Wolverines now 5-2. The Spartans now at 3-4. Minnesota losing at home to Purdue to fall back to 500 at 3-3. Purdue has had a good run to start. They are now 4-2.
He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 25-yard line.
Penn State and Wisconsin have still yet to play, obviously. They're playing right now.
So now both teams come trotting
We'll
back out
look
on
at the
field.
other scores throughout this game and next. But Perry Allen back in for Wisconsin. For those just tuning in, Whiskey lost their main quarterback due to injury. Mark Buchanan, the Oregon transfer, out 3 weeks with a shoulder injury.
Up by 3. Decent run
Hand
here,
off.
right side.
A 20-yard gain for Barry. It'll be the Barry Perry show on offense. Matt Barry and Perry Allen, the top 2 players on this squad. 2nd and 5.
Here's the halfback.
Handoff. There's Barry.
Makes it to the 47.
And that makes 79 rushing yards on the game.
First down,
30
10
for
to go.
Barry.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Quarterback keeper.
Brought down around the 46.
And that'll be a yard
line.
gained.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Some facts about Perry Allen, a junior. He did start last season, but they weren't very confident in him. Hopefully he'll get the confidence back tonight.
Outside run there.
And if any time to get it back for your team, it's in the biggest game of the season.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
Third down.
3rd and 3, they're 5 for 7 on thirds.
The first down.
Handoff. Sheds 2 tacklers, and he gets the first.
You know that saying, get your keys out because we're on a drive? This offense right now is on a drive. I mean, this is their 3rd first down. They're doing just about anything.
And the Badgers
they want.
set up for a
They're
1st
really
and 10.
starting to wear the psyche of this defense down.
He's taken down. Right
A
around
4-yard
the
gain
32-yard line.
for
The Badgers
Davidson.
3 on the carry.
One thing the coaches always say about this sophomore is that he has great lateral movement. That lets him move well behind this defensive
2nd
line
and
get after a
6
lot of
for
plays in the running game.
Wisconsin. Now inside
Sets up a screen.
inside Nittany Lion territory. They set up another 3rd down. 3rd and 4.
Now, and they're going to need about 4. Wisconsin has a 3-point lead.
Allen throwing, finds a man wide open, steps out of bounds after a 10-yard gain. Jarrell Rice, the senior.
All you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
189 to 80, 100 yards in total offense separate Wisconsin. Penn State so far. Perry Allen finds a man open. Shedding tacklers. It's the tight end for 11 yards. Edgar Kraft, the senior.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line.
1st and goal. Allen finds a man. Day touchdown, Wisconsin. It's the tight end again. Edgar Kraft.
Quick strike, and it's caught for the touchdown.
There it is. Took Reese a second.
A good football
Or it took
team
Bradford
has
a
to
second.
consistently be able to capitalize when they're in the red zone.
And now Wisconsin can go up 10 with a field goal. PAT up,
And he hits the
and it's
PAT.
through.
So an 11-play, 75-yard drive, and the result, 7 points. So the score now, 17-7. They line up to kick this one away. He really got a hold of that kick.
From the end zone, he'll go to the 10, to the 15, to the 20,
Makes it to the 22-yard
the
line.
22.
Wisconsin's
And the Wisconsin Badgers come back out on defense.
It's just been impressive to watch them play with such an attitude, almost a chip on their shoulder with the energy that they're playing with. I think it's going to require that kind of effort to be able to win this game.
There's got to be some
Penn State's
sense
got to
of
clean up their
urgency to
game.
this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to
Powers.
get back in the game. Caught
Throwing.
and to work. He's brought down in the
Finds
open field.
number 84 for 7 yards. That's once again Joseph Dean, the
They need
senior.
about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
They hand it off to Lloyd for a first.
37-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10. Powers.
Out of bounds at the
A
45.
good catch, but he can't stay inbounds.
2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Makes it 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2. Lloyd
Nice run there
gets
as they
another
work the
first.
outside.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. First down.
Powers. With time, he'll throw it.
Tackle made at the 36.
Another throw to
He is
Dean
such a
for
reliable
another
target.
first
You
down.
throw it anywhere near him, and this guy's going to get his hands on it and make a catch.
First and 10. Now setting up for Penn State.
From the 36-yard line. First down.
Teams hoping that their offensive woes don't carry over. Powers has to get rid of it. And he'll just throw it
Good
out of
job here by
bounds.
the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got
Weird
excellent
arc on that
pressure
one.
on that play.
Second and 10.
He's on the run.
Howard's going to run it himself,
Decides to slide.
and he'll
they picked up
slide
4
after a gain
yards
of
on the
5.
scramble.
Gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 4.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
3rd and 5. Howard's alone in the pocket. He'll throw it left side. Finds him in, but he drops it.
Number 85, the intended receiver on the play.
It looks like
And they're going to try a long field goal here. I believe that's a
They can make this a
49-yarder.
one-possession game with this kick right here.
In the rain.
The kick
Kicks
is up. He's got
away.
the distance,
And he got it.
upright. Everyone's all
And the
lined up
deficit
ready
comes
for the
down
kickoff.
to 7.
And he got all of this
But
one.
Penn State's
Great
going to have to
kick.
make a stop, which they haven't been able to do all day.
He's to the 20. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Man, both
32-yard
offenses
return
have
for
been on fire. Time for the
number
defense to
25,
step to the
Blake
forefront.
Davidson.
Makes you wonder which of these defenses has the ability to come up and make a stop. It could be one of those games where whichever defense comes up with that stop could be the team that wins the game.
So their last drive resulted in 6 points. Do you think we'll see the same result on this one?
They ran the ball extremely well on their last drive, and until this defense figures out how to stop it,
1st and
I think
10.
they'll have no problem moving the ball
A
down the
3-yard
field.
gain.
A couple, maybe
For
3
Barry.
yards on that run.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
This is 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line. Wisconsin up 7 points.
Like I said, he's got to throw it quickly. He finds a man open.
And down he goes at the 45-yard
A
line.
12-yard reception for number 9 on that Wisconsin receiving core. That's Richie Mason. 10 with just over 27 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And he carries the ball for a nice
Another
gain.
run for 7 yards. And this running offense for Wisconsin
2nd down,
continues
and
to
they'll
be
need about 3
unstoppable.
yards to pick up the 1st down.
And off, it's another
Gains his way
1st
to
down
the
for
40-yard
Barry.
line.
And they'll let the clock run out. And at the end of 3,
We head to the
Wisconsin's
final quarter.
lead
We've
is
got a great
whittled,
game
but
on
only
our
by a
hands.
bit.
Wisconsin's
17-10,
lead is a touchdown.
Wisconsin.
Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter.
Hand off a
He's at the
wide
30,
open
and
room.
he's taken down right around the
14
26-yard
yards
line.
gained on that play. 61 on the ground for Barry.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 26. Tackled after a decent
A
run.
5-yard gain there.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. This team's been unstoppable on 2nd and 3rd. They just keep getting those 1st downs. Barry finds a man wide open to the 10, to the 5, inside, down to the 3. 18-yard reception for Trey Clark.
It's first
And this is
down.
going to be 1st and
Knocking
goal.
on the door here. It's 1st and goal inside the 5.
Don't forget,
Wisconsin
after this
is up
game, we'll take a
7.
quick break. But up next, it's going to be Oregon USC to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
He makes the PAT. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it
Kicks
off, and he got
away.
all of that one.
Get to the 10 to the 20.
And he's taken
And
down
now
at the 20-yard
Penn
line.
State in dire straits. Not something they're...
The offense gets set
It
to
is
take the
something
field.
they're
Last
not
time
alien
out,
to.
They stuck it between the uprights for 3.
But you got to have a feeling that it's now or never for Penn State. Powers. Over the middle, finds a man for the first down.
And they make the stop at the 40-yard line.
Receiver number 85. That is Jerome Harper, the junior.
We've
And
got
there are
first and
5
10.
minutes to go.
Ball on the 40.
At the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Hand off to Lloyd. He's going to be
The 40. The running
slipping
back
and
gets a
sliding,
yard, maybe
but he's
less.
not going to get anything
This
for
senior
it.
Safety provides such solid run support. He stopped him in his tracks that time.
2nd and 10. Powers steps back. Powers has to throw it. He's going to be sacked.
This quarterback has to do
A loss of 7 on the play.
Because sacks can be real drive killers.
Once you get that highlight in, I do have to hurry
Down
things
now. They need
along
to get it out
because
to the 50.
we got the other game coming up. Penn State is 0-4 on 3rd down. In a rainy, miserable weather day, they're going to screen it. He's not going to get there.
46-yard line.
It'll be 4th and 4. I believe Penn State has not even attempted a 4th and 4. Or they have attempted a 4th down, and they got it. Last chance for Penn State. Finds a man. First down.
43-yard line.
And who else but A.J. Williamson, one of the best tight ends in the nation.
From the 43
And one of the
yard line.
heroes of last week's game against Michigan. They're going to try another screenplay.
He gets hit out of bounds.
He will be pushed out of bounds, a 9-yard gain for Jerome Harper.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
Second and 1, quarterback's going to run. He'll throw it on the run, finds him in wide open to the goal line. He's going to be just short of the touchdown, but Jerome Harper will put them within scoring distance.
Let alone in a 2-possession game, you give up a score, and next thing you know, it's only 1 possession, and this team has a shot to tie the game up.
Do we want to see if Penn State can do it again? He got stopped just short of the end zone. They might still have time to do it again.
Short yardage defense here.
They're going to hand it off, and it's no, it's not a touchdown. He's just short. Pardon me, I was too quick to assume there.
It's the 9th play of the drive.
And there are 3 minutes remaining in the game. Still a huge gap in total yards between these two teams. Hand off, and this time it's a touchdown for Vernon Lloyd.
A short burst for the score.
And they're not done yet.
You can win the war in the trenches down near the goal line.
And the kick is up and good. 24-17 the score.
Penn State.
Wisconsin's still in the lead. They're not going to try the onside.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
With the 10, the 20,
Out to about the
and
22-yard
22.
line.
I thought his leg was broken there.
Things
It
aren't
was someone
tied,
else's
but
leg.
they might as well be.
But 1st
This
and
drive
10.
could really dictate the tone for the last quarter.
2:49 to go for Wisconsin in the rain. Penn State's got all their timeouts.
That's a great tackle at the 23.
Only a yard to gain for Barry.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
From their own 23-yard line. 2nd down.
Gonna let the clock run. Perry. And he'll just get rid of it. for Danny, if you just got here, starting quarterback Mark Buchanan for Wisconsin out 3 weeks with a shoulder injury sustained in this game. This is backup Perry Allen, who played for Wisconsin years prior. This is a crucial 3rd and 9. He's got to hurry. Fumble recovered by Penn State.
And he's tackled at the 14.
What was most impressive is how he followed the play, and he just didn't give up on it.
And that was the turnover Penn State needed. And that'll set them up inside the Wisconsin red zone with a chance to tie the game. Powers throwing, finds a man for the first down, once again inside the 5. And once again, it's Jerome Harper, his favorite target.
First and goal, and a field goal won't cut it.
Looking to tie with a touchdown. The handoff, touchdown! Vernon Lloyd puts it in again. And Penn State can tie it with the PAT. They will try the PAT. I was thinking they might have gone for 2, but they're not that gutsy.
A short 2-play, 15-yard drive, and it's good for 7.
With a minute 44 left,
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Penn State still needs another stop
This one's going to be down in the end zone.
because you got to stop that Wisconsin offense, who now is playing with fire again.
We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation.
Perry Allen with time,
Very good tackle in space.
and that'll be a short throw to the back. Matt Berry for another 2nd and 6. 2nd and 3rd down has been the bread and butter for this Wisconsin team.
Stays in bounds and made a nice
What a catch on the sideline. A 14-yard reception.
from their own 44-yard line.
With a minute 25 to go, both teams with all 3 timeouts, a score. A quick score could still mean there's a chance, but there's a sack. A classic uncontested sack by the left end. And it's going to be a 2nd and 17 for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Just over a minute left.
Minute and 10 to go. He's going to heave it deep. Oh, it's almost intercepted. It's the rain again, keeping a turnover from Penn State. That would have won them the game. They're going to try again on 3rd and 17. Allen, he's going to hurry, finds a man, first down, 3rd and 17, converted with 56 seconds to go. First and 10. They're going to operate quickly. And they'll just get rid of it. 2nd and 10 now for Wisconsin.
From the
With
45-yard
50
line.
seconds to go and 3 timeouts. Penn State's in the same position. On an ugly rainy day,
He's in trouble.
can Wisconsin pull a rabbit? Oh, it's almost intercepted again! He would have been gone if he
Here's the
caught
8th
that.
play of the series.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. He's going to hurry. He's going to have to be sacked. And Penn State's going to call a timeout.
Fourth quarter. That could be the turning point.
And Whiskey
To the sack,
will
it's
punt it.
4th and long. These special teams have done it before, blocking punts.
Overtime now, whispering around. As that'll go in the end zone for a touchback. But there are 33 seconds and 2 timeouts for Penn State to operate with.
We're late in the 4th quarter.
And late game
Great
heroics
a
are what this
tie
Penn State
football
team
game.
does
The question
best.
now is who's going to rise to the occasion?
The chance is still there. Gonna throw, find a man.
Around the
A
32-yard
12-yard
line.
reception for Joseph Dean. You don't have the luxury of wasting time here. 27 seconds to go. Powers alone in the backfield, finds Williamson, but only get 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
From their own 36-yard line. 2nd down.
22 yards to go. Can lightning strike twice for Penn State? Rolling,
He's
rolling,
in trouble.
throwing
He's gonna go
deep.
for the home run.
Into the
Can't
dirt,
connect.
incomplete.
Not
Clock
enough
will
strength
stop
on
though
that pass, and
with
it hits the
16
turf.
seconds.
Boy, he wishes he had that play to do over. Could have
Penn
been
State
good
has not
yardage.
converted on 3rd down today. The crowd and the rain, the environment as a whole is a big reason why. Screenplay.
Flips it middle to the running back.
No
Just a
idea what you're doing
tremendous
there.
job by that defense, and their coordinator did a
They're
super
gonna
job
punt it
there.
as well.
This close in this ball game, and now the
And
offense
this
has got a
game
chance to win
will
it.
head to
It looks like
overtime.
they're going to go after this punt.
They did get the snap off in time. Punts away. Taking the 20 to the 30. Overtime in Madison.
And that's the end of the 4th quarter, and we're going to take this deadlock into overtime.
Penn State wins the toss. They'll go on defense first. Wisconsin will get the ball.
Action here, and we get ready for overtime.
And the defense has to perform as well as they did at that end of the 4th quarter. You can't give up big runs like you were earlier in the game.
The middle for a nice run.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 21.
They hand it off again to Barry.
Loose football.
Fumble.
Scoops up the loose ball. Makes it
Wisconsin
up to about the 10.
recovers. They lost it,
They're gonna
but they
review
got
this
it back.
fumble, and I
They'll
gotta tell you, I
they'll
think he was
review it,
down before the ball popped loose.
but I
I
don't think
know
it's
about
going to
this one,
matter.
They called him
Because
a
Wisconsin
fumble
got
on
it
the
back
field,
and
they need
recovered it
indisputable video
around
evidence to
just about the
overturn
same
this call.
spot. I think he was down, but I don't think it matters all that much.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Yeah, they will review it.
And the referee agreed. The runner's knee was down.
That was still a close call, though, Brad. Even though he was down,
1st and
this
10
guy
for
has to
Wisconsin.
do a better job of holding that football.
Perry Allen
Just
over
blocked
the
this
end
one
zone
away.
incomplete.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting
2nd
the ball
and
to
10.
his playmakers.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Allen throws it to the sideline.
At the 6-yard
That'll be another
line.
5-yard gain.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll make it
3rd and 5 from the 6. Allen gonna be sacked, ball's loose. Lineman falls on it. And on 4th and 16, they're probably gonna have to kick a field goal.
So the kicker will come out.
And they
try to
will.
build a 3-point cushion here in overtime.
To take the lead. Kicks
Kick
away.
is up, and the field goal
And
is
it's good. 27-24. Wisconsin takes the lead in overtime. Don't forget to stay tuned after this stream. At about 9:30, we'll follow it up with Oregon and USC. Hopefully in better weather than this. 1st and 10. Powers gonna be sacked.
At the 36.
Down to the 36-yard line. I thought he fell back even further.
That'll make it 2nd and 1.
And it's going to be a 2nd and 21.
From the 36
They will
yard
rule him
line.
down for 36.
It's 2nd down.
Still a huge amount of yards to try and get. Powers with time. He'll heave it deep.
Missed it.
Incomplete.
The offense took an errant Short shot into the end zone. And I'll
Good
tell
play
you
by
what,
the defense
that
to
one should have been
break
picked
that up.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to hear all
It's a
about that
3rd
from
and
his teammates when he
21.
comes over to the sidelines.
At least get back into field goal range and send this to another overtime. Power's gonna throw it, finds a man, that's a first down.
He's taken down at the
Just what the
14-yard
doctor ordered. That's Rory McCall. We haven't heard his name get called a lot. That's the senior for the Nittany Lions.
From the 14-yard line, it's first down.
You want to try and get in the end zone, but at least stay in field goal range. 1st and 10, Powers. He's going to be sacked again.
Sack on the play.
You just cannot see out there.
That'll make it 2nd and 1.
Second down and 17. Ball on the
2nd and
41-yard line.
long. Got to get to the 4-yard line if they want to convert the first down. Powers. Screenplay
They go with a
to
screen here.
Lloyd.
Halfback's got it.
He's going to get all the way to about the
Around the
6-yard line. Setting up a 3rd and 2.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy
3rd and
of the
2.
sticks.
From the 5-yard line. You got to get to the 3. Hand off. That's at least a first. Penn State wins. Make it 2 in a row.
But both teams have been
Scratch
fighting
that.
the entire game, and it just
Make
gets
that.
tougher in overtime. These guys deserve a world.
Make
of
that
credit for
7
pulling this one
in a
out
row for
because
Penn
it's been a
State.
real battle.
And this one comes to an end. Our final count in this game.
And the cardiac
Penn State
kids from
30,
college,
Wisconsin 27.
from the state
That's
college
it for this
town.
presentation of NCAA football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit,
Have the win.
I'm
They
Brett
beat
Nussler saying
Wisconsin.
thanks, and we'll
Final
see you soon.
score in overtime here, 30-27. The Penn State Nittany Lions remain unbeaten and add another notch to their crown. Next stop for Penn State, they head back home to take on Indiana, who now sits at number 2 with Wisconsin's loss. The Wisconsin Badgers are off next week. They'll head to Notre Dame for week 9. As for the rest of the schedule, Penn State is off week 9. They get Purdue, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Michigan State to close out. Penn State going unbeaten, not unlikely. They could ride the schedule out. As for Wisconsin, they still have Notre Dame, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Minnesota to wrap out the schedule. That Iowa game looking a lot more difficult than we initially anticipated. Early on this year, Iowa at 5-2. Likely will be a 3-loss team entering that game. As for Whiskey themselves, the Badgers don't look like they'll have another loss on their schedule, but I would still watch out for those games against Indiana and Iowa late in the year. Well, that's going to do it for us here. Don't forget to stay tuned on the channel as another game is coming right up in a few minutes. Oregon and USC will be on the way soon. Thank you all for watching tonight's game. We'll see you in a few minutes, and so long from the 2KU.